Hello fellow Sudokans and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Monday the 4th of September 2023. It's evening time here in Bangkok. I am back in my office on my normal working computer and I have two screens appearing at the moment. Let's hope that it's okay, which is a testament to the fact that you have to dig your heels in sometimes. So those who have been following my saga with Apple computers, I'll just tell you a quick recap that I had a problem with my second monitor. I wasn't sure if the problem was with my Apple computer that I just bought, brand new one, it's just a few weeks old, or the adapter, which is also Apple manufactured, that I bought to go with it for the second monitor. And I took the machine in on Saturday, and they called me on Saturday evening to say, oh, you can take it back, there's nothing wrong with it. And I said, I did explain it in the shop, that it's an intermittent problem and that you really have to test it over a long time. And I said, look, I don't want to take it home. Can you test it for another day? Please restart the machine several times to make sure. And they said, okay. So they kept it in. And they called me today and said, oh, yeah, we found the problem. It's with your adapter. So, okay. That makes me much happier than if they'd said they couldn't find any problem. So that, okay, they said it's the adapter. So I said, okay, so can you just exchange for a new adapter? And they said, we don't have any in stock. It's going to take 2 weeks to get the adapter. I said, oh, you're kidding. I can't wait 2 weeks because I need two screens for my work. It's really important to me. I'm online with some people on one screen and I need information on the other screen and stuff like that, you know. And they said, well, the only solution is you can buy a new one, a new adapter, this is, and then you can bring the adapter back and get your money back. They're not going to repair let's get this clear, right? They are not going to repair the adapter. They are just going to change it for a new one. But they can't give me a new one in the box. They have to give me a special one that's from stock, which is not repaired. It's also a new one, but they can't give me a new one. I had to buy a new one, and then in 2 weeks when the other one comes, when my one is okay, they can exchange it for a new one, and I can take the other new one that I just bought back. Does this make any sense to anybody? And I said, well, okay, I got no choice, right? I really had no option but to do this. And I said, what about paying me back? I paid on a debit card, and they said, oh, we'll put the money back into the card. They won't pay cash. I said, how long would that take? They said, another 2 weeks. So in effect, a $1 trillion company, I'm lending $60 or $70 for a month. And if you want to know how they got to be a $1 trillion company, I think now you know. Man, I despise and adore Apple at the same time. I really like their products. I hate the company, but continue to use their stuff. Anyway, that's my saga. So as it happens, I got the machine back. The one good thing about, as I said, I like the Apple products. The good thing was that before I took it to the shop on Saturday, I did a time machine backup. And when I came back, when I brought it back today, it was like a new machine. In other words, they had wiped every smidgen of data, every bit of data had been erased from my data, that is, and they just installed this new system software. And so fortunately I just used the time machine backup that I'd made on Saturday, and it put everything back perfectly. So that's a good thing, and my fingers are crossed. I'm saying that, fingers are crossed, but so far so good. I just used it for work purposes and it was okay. Right, let's get on with the game of Sudoku. I can see a couple of things with the threes. This is the New York Times. I'm way behind schedule today. We've got threes blocking like so. It's going to put a 3 there, and I saw down here threes across here and across here and down here. That's going to give me a 3 there. I have no idea if today's game is a toughie or not. But I can see threes are going to appear in those squares there, so I'll leave those for now. I see a 5 blocking those 3 squares, with 5s down these columns here blocking these 2 squares, so that will be a 5 there. It's so nice to be back on my main machine though, that I really don't like using a laptop very much. I'm just not a laptop kind of person. I think That's all there is to it. I'm kind of hoping that today's game is not too tough. Some days I really want a tough game and a challenge, but I don't think I'm really in the mood for a real challenge. I haven't been for some time, really, as far as Sudoku goes. Oh, I see the 8 blocking up here and 8 blocking down there, so let's put an 8 there. Remember, if you see something, even if you're looking for something else, if you see something, do it immediately. That's my motto anyway in Sudoku. If you spot something, I should put it in very quickly. Now we have 5s up here, so that's going to put 5s into those squares, blocking up there, and 5 across there. So we will know that's a 5. Hmm. I'm not seeing a great deal here. So some pencil marks will probably help me to finish the game. I know there are people who on the channel who despise pencil marks, but that's your right. But it's the only way that I can often play the game. So let's see. While the 7s are highlighted, I note the 7s are like this. So we're going to get 7s in those squares, and we're going to get 7s up here like this. And we have 7 somewhere there, and 7 across like that. We have a pair of 1s in those squares. And we have 2 somewhere across there. Two, three, 5, 9, 2. As I said previously, 3s are in those squares. Ah, okay, we've got 8 blocking here, 8 blocking here, 8 blocking here, and 8 blocking here. So in this column, that's the location of 8. This then will be a 7, and then 7 across here and across here will give us 7 in that square. And that will leave us with 8s in these squares here now. And there. We have 9 blocking down here and down here, so 9 has to be in those squares. Okay, so the 4s blocking across here now give us 4 in those squares. 4s then are somewhere up here. Oh, what else is missing here? 2. We need a 2 somewhere along here, don't we? Okay. So this is the only place for a 6 in this row now. We've got 2 and 4 in those squares. This is the only place for a 6 that we need to complete this row. So let's put the 6 there. Let's get rid of those excess candidate 6s that we don't need anymore. Okay, I think that's good enough. to put in the rest. Okay, so let's start in this section here, shall we? What are we missing? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're missing 5 only. Do we know anything about 5s? No, not really, because they could go in any of those squares there. Back over here, we're looking for 1, 2, and 6, and I don't see any intersecting versions of those, so we'll put 1, 2, and 6 in there. Here we're looking for 2, which could go anywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which could also go anywhere. And we are done there. Right then, so over here we have, I like this block down in the corner here. I'm going to be doing this next. So we've got 1s possible in those squares. We have 2 blocking all the way down here, so we get 2s there. Do we know anything about 4? I don't think we do. No, could get 4. No. So 6 blocks across here like this. 7 is done. 8 is done. 9 is done. Okay. Well, I hear my cat meowing outside. Well, not really meowing. He's more like barking like a dog. He likes to do that sometimes. Dog impersonations. Okay, let's see if we can find anything there. Probably not. So let's go across here. What do we know about 2s? Absolutely nothing. Do we know anything about 4s? No, we don't. And how about our 9s? No. So up here, 1's blocking up there. Right, let's finish off the grid then. 1's blocking across like this. There's our 1's. 2 all the way down here. There's our 2's. 6 blocking across the middle here. And 9's done. Okay, so we're done. One more to go. Getting desperate now. I'm going to have to put my glasses on in a minute. That's how serious the situation is looking. It's glasses time. Okay, indeed. Glasses are going to go on right now. Let's see what we can see. Nothing's jumping out at me. I might have to click on the digits and see if I can spot any patterns that I've missed. Okay, so we have 2, 4 and 1, 2, 4 like this. Okay, so we have the possibility of a unique rectangle. So we understand 2, 4, 2, 4. It means that either here, one of these squares has to be a digit 1. Either this square or this square has to be a digit 1 because of our unique rectangles on 2 and 4. So that means I can remove some digit 1s. This one I can remove, and much more, and this one over here, and this one over here, but extremely importantly, this one is going to be removed, and that's going to give us a 6. And so that will help us now. We'll be able to put a 3 here, and down here will be a 9, and down here will be a 1. And let's do a bit of housekeeping, shall we? Get rid of that digit 1 there. Let's see. Let's do a bit more of removals where necessary. So this is a 3 now here. And these two squares which had a candidate 3 can now be removed of their candidate 3, or their 3 can be removed more accurately. This 6 has got to go, and this is going to be a 4. and we will remove all of those 4s there and all of these 4s up here and these 4s down there also. That means a 4 is in this square here, and we'll get rid of those. This is the only place for a 5 now, and we'll get rid of the 5s there, which will leave me with a 9 here and a 1 there, and we'll get rid of these candidate 1s and these, and we'll place a 1 here. So we've got 2 there and 7 in that square. Get rid of the 7s. We have 2, this is going to be a 4, this will be our 2, and this will be a 2 down here, so now we can remove all of those 2s, and this is going to be a 6 here, and this will not be a 6, nor will this, it's got to be a 4. 1, 1. Okay, more manageable now, I guess. We have a pair of 2 and 6 here. This then will have to be our 9. That means you're a 2. And neither of you can be a 2. You must be a 2. You're an 8. You're a 4. Our 8 gives us 7 in that square and 8 to go in this square, of course, with a 1 there. And a 1 there, and a 2 here, and a 6 there. 2, 6. Right, what's to be done? Not much more now. What have I got up here? I've got 8 in these squares here. I've got to get rid of those 8s. Leaves me a pair of 5 and 9, so this then will be a 7. That gives us a 6 here, and a 9 there. Down here we still need a 7, and this is a 6. I've got to get rid of these 9s, so that means these 4s have to go as well. So 4 blocking down here, there's our 4, this is our 8, and what else is left? Let's see, 4. Okay, 4 blocking this square, so there's our 4. And across here we still need an 8, which means this is an 8 and this is a 5. So 5 here, 9 there, 5 there, and 9 there. That's our long-winded New York Times expert level game, solved in a way that I can do it. And not using too much brain power and overheating without candidates. Okay, see you around. Bye bye.